But if we be real though.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Let's Be Real pod. Let's not address the absence. Let's just move past it. Let's just act like it didn't happen. Sometimes you need breaks. This wasn't really intended break, but we're back with more podding. Um,
It
what's
wasn't even
funny
that.
about the podcast? Clips don't do that well on TikTok. Or at least the clips that I post on TikTok don't do that well. But that Peach Lady clip on Instagram, people really enjoy that clip for some reason. It gets a lot of views, gets a lot of not I'm gonna say a lot, but a lot for us. It gets a lot of traction for us. I don't know why, but people like
Hell
that
yeah.
Peach Lady shit. So shout out to the Peach Lady. Maybe we talk
We
more
love the
about
Peach.
her.
We love the Peach Lady.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna address the absence. I hope you know that.
Okay, you could address it.
First of all, it hasn't been that long. It's all good.
You don't think so?
The only difference is, do you hear it? There's no smoke detector going off in the background, Sway.
That is true. The last episode was the smoke detector episode. I just realized that.
Honestly, guys, it just recently got fixed, so you can be mad at Sway's landlord or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
It's been 2 weeks? Something
Building
like that.
management, whatever.
Yes, it's so crazy
Either way,
because
it took
when it
about a
wasn't
month.
fixed, I forgot I had to pick up my mic. I'm just talking with no mic. That's crazy. This whole time I'm talking with no mic. I was like, wait, I forgot.
It took them a month to fix Sway's fucking smoke detector.
Yeah, they did. But it's so funny because before my smoke detector got fixed, everybody wanted me to join a live or do something to where they would have to hear the smoke detector. But now, nothing. Nobody wants to do anything, which is kind of crazy. But
guys, it's been so long since we filmed a podcast. I've aged by a year.
yeah, it's been a year. Can you guys believe that? It's been a full year. It's about to become a full year in October, November of podcasting. Not consistently, by the way, but all through and through.
I more so meant it was my birthday, last week.
I know. I just want to say, but also the podcast is about to have not this podcast.
That
but
is true.
Podcast. For me, podcast.
You have been podcasting semi-consistently for almost a year.
For 1 year, and I would say that I was gonna say this might be the most consistent podcast I've done, but it's not.
No,
we have a lot of inconsistency on this podcast due to me. But
it's fine. No, I mean, my work schedule kind of sucks.
That's the problem with being the CEO sometimes.
Sometimes shit just doesn't work out. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm about to get more people on the pod so they could do this job for me.
Hell yeah.
Because sometimes not that I don't want to do it, but it's sometimes you just need other people to do the work for you. So if you're interested in doing some work, you could get hired. In a sense, technically you'll be hired. You'll be working for the company.
The company.
Yeah, that's what I call it. This is a company.
The LLC.
It's eventually we will claim it, but I don't think nobody's trying to claim this yet.
LLC. What is it? Back to the Drawing Board Podcast LLC.
Yes.
Back to the Drawing Board Network LLC.
Yeah, we're in network.
We had a rebrand. Sorry, guys, I forgot.
Yeah. It's funny because when I was going through that rebrand, I was thinking what am I going to do with this fucking car? Y'all probably won't hear it because
it never picks up on your audio, which is crazy.
It's not.
Because I can hear it.
Yeah, but oh yeah, it's funny because when I was rebranding, I wanted to I was thinking what could I do with the old page, the podcast page, well now the network page, and I still really don't know what to do with it. I probably should have stayed there, but I kind of wanted to rebrand fully and use it. The whole plan was to have multiple umbrellas under that. So I mean,
you could probably use it to promote your YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah, I might I think page. When we eventually do give other people podcasts, I might just use that as their little place.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll probably just use that as that. Cause we need to go put these things to use. Cause we just, they're just sitting there empty, collecting dust.
But Back to the Drawing Board podcast is a fucking mouthful.
It is.
So
It is a
we
very
rebranded to Let's Be Real.
yeah. I just
That's
want
what.
to shorten it. It was. I'm not saying it's a new podcast, but it's the same thing, but it's a
Same
new
topic.
version of.
Same
Yeah.
topic. New new person, new co-host, new main co-host.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fresh start. Clean slate.
Yeah. So, I am trying to like get people their own stuff, but it's hard matching people's schedules and figuring out what they want to do with it. I guess that's what I have to do as a producer. Figure out like their whole branding idea and their identity as a podcast or whatever they want it to become. But yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. But yeah, I just been really just trying to work on some different stuff like outside of podcasting. Uh, Making some personal videos. Every now and then posting on TikTok or two. Just thinking about things that we could do to grow this a little bit more. Get this out there. Possibly do some collabs with some other podcasters. Who knows? I might
That'd be crazy.
collab with other podcasters.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think I am gonna do something like that.
If you could collab with any podcast right now, who would it be? What would it be?
So on TikTok, this guy has been. I don't know his name. He's a comedian. I can't remember. I'm not gonna remember his name, but he's like a gay comedian. I guess he's gay. I don't think that matters, but his shit looks funny. I can't remember his name. I'll have to like put it on screen right now or something.
If my parents brought Stuart Little home and I was the human boy child, I would have killed him with a gun. You are not going to embarrass me like this.
Hold on.
What?
Is Stuart Little the mouse?
He's the mouse.
He's the talking mouse.
Yes.
Who's like loved by everyone.
He's loved by everyone, and that's fine. Imagine being the human boy son, and your parents go, "Hey, we're running out to the adoption agency," and what they bring home is a mouse who drives a convertible.
Yeah.
So, oh, awesome. So I'm
Great.
already figuring out this thing called life, and now on top of that, I have a brother who's a rodent.
Right.
That's awesome.
Who fucking talks.
Who fucking talks and drives a cute little car and has like a rivalry with like the cat in the house.
Right.
Give me a fucking break.
Yeah. How about Raise Me?
Oh, awesome. Yeah. How about Raise Me? And also I'm going through puberty soon.
Right.
So I've got actually enough going on. I would have killed him. I would have stomped on him. Sorry to say, I would have stomped him to death.
I get it.
If I could collab with any other podcasters, I don't know. I don't watch like a lot of.
I get a lot of clips. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't really have time. I don't have a job where I like have a long commute. I don't really go anywhere where I have a commute. So, and when I'm home, I'd rather like watch a movie or whatever than listen to a podcast. But I've always been a big fan of the Basement Yard. You know that. I like the Basement Yard.
Yes.
Who's the other guys? The British black guys. I forgot what their names are.
Oh, I think I know who you're
They're
talking
funny.
about. Yeah.
I like them too. That would be funny. But yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of like clips I'd be seeing, but it just be random people, bro.
Oh yeah. A lot of people just you get random clips on TikTok. There's the Australian people. I think I've sent you a couple of their shit too. There's a guy and a girl. They're funny.
What's
The Australian versions of us.
I kind of want to get into I want to get into a lot of girl podcast. I remember, like, I don't know if you guys remember me saying that, but that was my plan.
You wanted a girls podcast?
Yeah, I wanted an all girls podcast. Because I just think those podcasts are fun and just silly and very unserious. I think that's what podcasting is meant to be. Fun, silly, and very unserious. Just have fun with it, and I think that's it's just a good
Yeah.
time. Even though they do
Yeah.
talk about very like, I guess you could say like Hollywood stuff or very celebrity based, but that's fun, bro. That's a good time to me.
Anyways, guys, it was my birthday last week.
That is kind of how
Um,
we started. That's true. It was her birthday. Tell her happy birthday in the comments.
Happy birthday to me. I'm officially 29 years old.
Club
Don't tell me
29.
that I look older. Don't tell me that I look older, because I will cry.
Someone told you that?
No, I feel like honestly, I get when I have people guess my age or people like assume what my age is. I feel like they guess fairly like in range. I usually get anywhere between like the 25 to 30 range, which I think is fair. I don't think I look old, in my opinion, but that's just me. I think I look age appropriate. I don't have filler and all that shit in my face. Because I mean, even then, bro, like some of the girls that have been getting shit in their face since they were like 18, they have not aged very long.
It's
I
never
think some
worth
people
it.
are like regretting the whole like plastic surgery fad that happened.
Yeah.
They're not
Because you
aging.
have to keep up with that. You have to keep on getting and doing touch ups, and you're probably not gonna like how you look in the next 5 years after you get the whatever you got. So you're gonna have to touch it up
Yeah,
again
you
and
don't
redo it.
age as well, and like the whole like Botox thing in the forehead. Girls are like, oh well, I got Botox in my forehead to prevent me getting wrinkles, and it's like just get the Botox when you're fucking 40, so you don't have wrinkles.
Yeah, I was gonna say just age, age gracefully, because not even with the whole surgery stuff, just people just not acting their age. Some people just don't grow up ever.
Oh well,
And I think aging gracefully is like changing your ways, and some people just don't do that. They stay the same way since they were like 14, and they're eventually gonna become 30 and 40-year olds who are acting like sadly 20-year olds.
yeah.
It's like, bro, you gotta grow up eventually. You have to grow up, and I think aging gracefully is just like
It's a
understanding.
mixture between looks and a mixture between personality. Because there are certain people, like you said, that they just haven't grown up since you've known them,
Yeah,
like from high school. Um, and then you have the people that have aged in general visibly terribly.
yeah.
I think we're both at that age though, where like you either look like good for being almost 30, or you're like balding and look like you're 50. It's I just saw a picture of somebody on Facebook. Meanwhile, I've known this guy like almost my entire life. We grew up together. We went to church together when we were little, and he graduated with my sister. And I said to her, I so and so hasn't aged very well. I'm not gonna say his name. And she goes, because I feel like that'd be so bad. I don't
Boy.
want to do that shit to this guy. Um, and she's like, did you see the birthday post? I go, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at. So she saw exactly the same pictures. He just, I don't know. It's not that he looks bad. It's just like, meanwhile, I'm probably going to get flamed in the comments. It's fine. Tell me I look like I'm 40. It's fine.
Oh, I don't really, in my personal life, I don't know nobody that looks like um old. I know people that like act very immature,
Honestly,
more than
like,
old.
yeah, I think I'm going to use my parents as an example. I don't think my parents look old. My parents are in their, well, my mom's going to be 50 soon. My dad's in his early 50s. So we'll say early 50s. Parents are in their early 50s. I think they look pretty decent for being in their 50s. Their friends, on the other hand, I see their friends who are the same age as them, if not a little bit older. Woof.
Buddy, that's
Woof. And my coworker, we were just talking about this the other day, actually. He's also in his early 50s. And he talks about how people never think that he's in his early 50s. They always think he's in his like mid to late 30s. He has a young mentality. Not that I don't think he's immature, but he just He doesn't act like an old person, right? He still has hair. He's not balding. His hair isn't gray. And he tells me all the time that it's because he never got married and never had kids, so he never had stress in his life. So that's why he looks so young. And I go, honestly, you're probably right.
Yeah, because those are two direct links to stress is
He
kids
does
and
whatever he
marriage.
wants. He does whatever he wants. He's had girlfriends. He had a girlfriend with like 3 kids at one point in time.
Yeah.
But he's like, I've never been married. I don't have kids. He goes, I buy whatever I want. I go wherever I want. I eat whatever I want. And he's like, like, that's just his life. And I compared it to, I have another coworker who's the same way. He's not technically married, but he doesn't have any kids. He's been with the same girl for probably like 12 years. He's in his now mid 30s, right? And he's very ominous about telling people his age. Like, I don't care. Like, you can guess how old I am. I work with a bunch of men, right? They're fucking stupid. They're going to tell me I look like I'm older than I am anyway. Or, depending on how old they are, they might say I look younger than I really am. I've had somebody tell me that I look 22. I said, you're fucking crazy.
Me too.
Yeah, no. Thank you, though, but no.
Oh man!
But I told him, I said, you don't look like you're in your now almost late 30s because you don't have kids. You don't have anything stressing you out. He's got a cat. That's his kid. He's obsessed with that.
Shout out to the cat dads. I guess you could
He's
say
a
that.
cat. He is like such a cat dad. It's not even funny. He sends me pictures of his cat. He'll be camping. He'll be out camping. This cat is basically like a dog. Let me put it that way. This cat, they put him on a leash. They let him walk around their little campsite.
All right, that's too far. The leash.
They take him fucking camping, dude. Anyway,
I get it. I know if you're taking a cat out, cats are very wanderous and they'll just go off and die. But come on, bro.
Yeah.
The leash.
Yeah, he's got like a little harness. They put him in little like outfits for holidays and stuff.
I'll get him a cat bag. I don't know if that's a thing, but it should be.
Like a backpack for cats?
I was thinking more like a handheld thing, but yeah, backpack works too.
Maybe. They definitely have backpacks for cats.
Yeah. I'll get something like that, but not a leash, bro. Leash is crazy.
Yeah, I think men are either like a nightmare when they guess what your age is.
Yeah.
They're either like, oh, you're 45.
Yeah, I mean, anytime a woman has allowed me to guess her age, I always just go young. I don't go super younger, but I go relative. Like sometimes you just could tell. You could tell. Like
right.
This woman's
if you think they look a certain age, guess like 5 years younger.
That's what I was gonna say. I always guess from like 25 to like 32. That's between the age range I usually talk to women in.
You're usually in a safe zone at that point. I went to a gas station to, I think, just hand in a scratch off. I'd won $2 on a scratch off or something like that.
Big money.
Meanwhile, you only have to be 18 in New York State. I think most states actually. Do I have something on my face? No. Anyway, sorry. I think you in New York State you have to be 18 to buy or to buy a scratch off. I don't even think you have to be 18 to cash in a scratch off. Whatever.
I don't think so.
So I went in there to just cash in my $2. It's not like I won $500. $2. And the guy goes, "Do you have ID?" I go, "I graduated high school 10 years ago." Like, I get, like, not wanting to, whatever, I don't know. But to assume that I look 18, younger than 18 if you're IDing me?
Yeah, younger than 18 is crazy.
Crazy. I don't...
That's kind of, like, even around my area, because I think at one point you needed to be 18 to buy tobacco. And then I think it went to 21 and it went back down to 18 at some point. But the only reason I would get ID
it's still 21.
Yeah. The only reason I would get ID is because they knew me and they knew I wasn't
Yeah.
of age. But everywhere else I went, if I went like outside of my immediate neighborhood, I never got ID just because I guess I always looked or sounded
I
like an
would
older
never get
gentleman.
for like drinks either. I can probably count on two hands how many times I've been ID'd for a drink,
I
even when I was
never bought a drink.
underage going to bars.
I was gonna do my
Um,
life one time. I was gonna become like a bar guy. 'Cause I have like a bar down the street from me. Oh, I have a couple bars because like the Yankee Stadium has like their own little grilling bar across the street from the stadium.
mhm.
And yeah, I was gonna become a bar guy, man. I really thought about it. Like it was around like
I really can't
24.
imagine you just like hanging out in a bar.
Me either, but I was like, yo, this might be my life, bro. Cause it sounds like a vibe sometimes. Just going to a bar, chilling there, getting some drinks, chatting it up
Having
with the
like being like a
people.
regular in a bar and having
Yeah, it's
like
like I live in the area. Why not?
yeah.
It's not like I'm going like out of my way to go to a bar. It's literally like down the street. Go to the bar,
Yeah, I
have
mean, there's
some
a couple
drinks.
bars here like down the street from me, but most of it is filled with either people I went to high school with or their parents. So I'm good.
Yeah, I be wondering like, who the fuck am I gonna see in the inner city bars?
I feel like you have a lot more variety of people that could be there.
Yeah, I think it'll be like a lot of more out of state people just because whatever.
Well, if you're going to the Yankee Stadium one, yeah, probably.
Yeah, but it's like, damn.
At least like out of area people. But like here, I live 2 blocks. Like my city that I live in is literally not even a full square mile.
Damn.
There's two bars, 3 bars. There used to be two. No, there used to be 3. There's 2 now. But yeah, like it's all the same fucking people.
It's kind of
The
funny
bar,
because
the
my bar is right
bartenders,
next to a liquor store, and for some reason, I just feel like they're in competition because
the bartenders, and like the waiters and waitresses at like restaurants in my little tiny city are like I know if I don't know them, I know their sister, their brother, their kid,
that's so
something like
crazy.
that. Yeah.
I think I want to live in like I wanted to live in a. I still kind of do. I want to live in a small town for that reason. 'Cause I don't know. I like a tight knit community, man. I know it has its disadvantages of like people being in your business and whatnot, but I don't know. I kind of like it.
I mean, my job's the same way. Everybody at my job, like, either is friends with somebody, like either my dad or my uncles, or they went to high school with my dad or my uncles, or I'm related to them somehow. They're like a distant cousin. Like that's
I
how.
find shit like that fire, man.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. I guess most of them don't know me because they're like a distant cousin, but my job, it's like the type of place where you only get hired. It used to be, I guess, the only place that you only get hired if you know somebody.
Yeah.
So, especially like with me being a woman working there, people assume that like my dad works there or something like that. I said no. My dad does not work here. I said I don't know anybody that works here. Until I started working there and actually found out that I know people or know people that know them, I didn't get hired because of who my dad or who my family is.
Yeah. Your dad's
Crazy.
the owner.
No, my dad is not the owner. My dad is an electrician.
Shout out to the dads that own stuff, man.
Sure.
Like the company owners,
but
you know.
My dad does know people that work there. We have an electrician that works there. And my dad and my grandfather, who were both electricians, trained this guy 20
That's crazy.
20 years ago. So, it's just like, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel you.
What I've been doing a lot lately of.
What's that?
I will ask ChatGPT the stupidest shit just to see what it says, right? Or like if I'm trying to like think of something and I can't, like nothing is making any like sense or good good example. I made my entire family download Life 360 and everybody in my household because why do my parents and my youngest brother have Androids? I don't know. But I never knew where they were, so now I can watch them. I can see if they're coming to my house. I can see if they've been to my house. I can see if they're leaving the house.
Yeah.
Do I care that much? No. I just like to know, like, if I don't see a car in the driveway, I just like to know where you are. Anyway, I couldn't think, because we all have different last names. We're a very mixed family. My siblings have different last names because of their dads. But I didn't want to just name it my last name family, because you have to, like, have a family name. So I went into ChatGPT and I typed in all three of our last names and made it give me a fucking combined version of the last name.
You like it?
Yesterday, yeah. One of them was actually decent. I used it. Yesterday I asked ChatGPT, 100 men versus a gorilla, who would win?
All
What do
right.
you think? Who do you think would win?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you was gonna go. All right. I answered this question before on TikTok. I said 100 men. I just think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think.
ChatGPT agreed.
Yeah.
I agree with that as well. I was having a conversation with somebody. They told me that a gorilla would win hands down.
I don't
And
think
I
hands down,
said,
but
yeah, I said the gorilla will get tired after a while. I said the first probably like 60 to 70 people would tire him the fuck out. I said then you got the last 30 to 40 people that would beat the fuck out of the gorilla and kill him. Done. The gorilla would be too tired. The first 10, 20 people are going to die brutal deaths.
yeah, like those first and people make it seem so dumb because they're like, who's gonna be the first 20? It's not a fucking line, you idiots, bro. That's not how you plan an attack. You surround the gorilla
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, I
you
forgot
charge at him
exactly.
like strategically.
Yeah, I forgot what like the actual strategy was, but I mean it gave me a little breakdown of gave me a little breakdown of like what would it be like for like trained military members would obviously have like a better shot of surviving, blah blah blah. Weapons versus no weapons. But we're talking like fists, right? I think the 100 men would win. That's just me. But I like ChatGPT. I hate that they started doing this premium bullshit
Yeah.
and it's like mad expensive.
hmm
But whatever.
There's a few other. There's a new one. I think it's called Gronk or some shit like that. That I think Twitter owns it now, or is in a partnership with it, or some shit like that. But
Yeah.
that one's pretty decent too. But I still go to ChatGPT for my basic necessities.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been using ChatGPT as like basically like a therapist. Honestly, I see it. I don't really ask ChatGPT that many questions like that, but
I don't.
no.
I don't think I've ever been going through a situation with a person or even like a personal issue.
Sometimes I'll ask it questions like if somebody like explains a situation to me and I don't know like the best way to word something, sometimes I'll put it in ChatGPT and see what like it tells me and or gives me like maybe an option. But who was that? Oh my god, was it that there's that lady on TikTok that fell in love with her therapist and she has like an AI therapist now.
When is she gonna fall in love with that one too?
Bro, that shit's crazy.
Now I'm
That's
trying to
crazy.
think. Would I think I could fall in love with my therapist. I'm gonna be honest. I think I could.
I think if you were delusional enough, like that woman is, you could fall in love with your therapist. I think
Yeah.
the fact that, like, if you are somebody who has never had anyone listen to you or care about what you've said, I could see you easily falling in love with your therapist, because like that's literally their job, is to sit there and listen to you and give you advice and care about your well-being and all this kind of stuff. So the fact that this bitch was that delusional to fall in love with her therapist, whatever.
I think I would. I think I could. I think. I think. I think I
What if she
could.
was ugly?
We know this. Like that shit doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't have. You
Yeah,
would date.
I'm about to say. I'm not gonna say no standards,
You
but
would date a
like
dog.
when
It's
it comes
fine.
to looks, like that's not even like I don't care.
I don't know. I feel like it. Like I don't know. Whatever. I feel like my therapist would have to be somewhat attractive.
Nah, I really. I'm
For
not
me,
gonna lie. I
like,
wouldn't
fall
really
in love with
care.
them.
They can't be like horrible looking. I
So you
wouldn't
do
do
care.
that. They like we, but I be thinking like, what's like ugly though? That's what I be trying to think. I really don't think. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to send you examples on TikTok
Yeah,
if you
that's
want.
what I'm like thinking. Like I can't really like think of like something. I'll be like, oh hell no. Even like the people that people don't find like that attractive, I'm like, I could see it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think like I'm not saying I would like. I think in a perfect scenario with a therapist, it would be like the person listens to me. They're in. Let me just say they're doing their job, but they're
Right.
also like adding to it too.
Again, still their job.
Nah, but they're adding to it. They're laughing at my jokes. They're
What
hitting
if
me
they
on the
don't?
shoulder, tapping my leg. Yeah, that's like shit. I'm like,
Why would they do that? A
I don't
therapist wouldn't do that.
listen. I don't. Maybe I'm a little bit too
Anyway.
funny for them. I don't know. I'm just putting. I'm painting like a scenario. Unthought of scenario, by the way. I didn't think this through.
Anyway.
I think I do.
Yeah, I don't know. I use ChatGPT for stupid shit. Anyway, there's a South Park episode too about ChatGPT.
The Goat Show, South Park.
Oh, I love South Park. Love South Park. I'm pissed that they moved from HBO to whatever. I think they're on Paramount now or something like that.
They just sound like what $12 million deal or some shit, some crazy number.
Yeah, I don't know. But the ChatGPT episode, it's fairly new. I think it came out in like 21, 22 maybe.
Yeah, I haven't watched South Park consistently in years, man. I always hear about it though.
Yeah, well, I watched their most recent episodes with their like movies that they came out with during COVID and all this kind of shit not too long ago. And the ChatGPT episode, he's like dating Stan is dating Wendy, I think, and he is asking ChatGPT to basically like text her. Like anything that she texts him, he'll put it into ChatGPT and like I don't know. So she like falls madly more in love with him than they already were for like fifth graders or whatever they are. I don't know.
I never did. I should have did that at one point in time.
Yeah, so it's I mean it's kind of funny, but
yeah, I could see it. That's a good method, ChatGPT.
Sometimes I do that. I've done that before.
Yeah, I've never.
Maybe I've also like I've thought of a good idea of like a text that I should send somebody, and I'm like, but how do I execute this via text? Like I was texting somebody and I had the great idea. So we were talking about I know exactly what we were talking about. I'm not going to reiterate it though. And I was like, oh, like it would be really funny if I sent them like a fake job application with all the information filled out for the specific subjects that we're talking about. So I went to ChatGPT and typed it in. I said, give me a job application or not a job application, a resume for XYZ. And I went in there and like changed a couple of the words in it. But I was like, this is like I'm funny. Like I'm funny. Even though ChatGPT made this, I'm funny because I thought of the idea. ChatGPT just made it easier for me to do.
Yeah, shout ChatGPT, man. Good stuff.
We love ChatGPT. I didn't want to like it at first, but
it's hard not to, man. I think the first time I used it was I don't remember. I think it was for the podcast. I did something with the podcast.
Yeah,
No,
I
no, no,
used
no,
it.
no, no. What it was when we had the first
Copilot.
TikTok group.
Yeah, Copilot we used a lot. I
Yeah.
used Copilot. And then Copilot just took way too long to like do certain shit, so I stopped
Yeah,
using
I
it.
used it like a month ago. It still takes pretty long for me.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm over it.
That shit loads. It takes like 5 minutes to load. It's like, bro, you're supposed to be quick and easy. I probably could make this myself.
Yeah. No, I used to use Copilot / AI at this point to make TikTok fucking stickers and shit like that. No, I was making random shit and sending them in our Discord chat like a year
Shout
ago.
out Discord, man. Sometimes I want to get back into Discord, but you know, it just looked like it's not gonna happen.
Like when I was making the fucking pictures that said like Crash Out Season, it was like a greeting card because it was right around Christmas.
AI is so good.
I thought that was funny.
Nah, it was good. It was pretty good. I thought that was real. I thought you put your hard work and dedication to that.
I put my brain to work thinking of that.
You just use words and told not ChatGPT, Copilot AI.
Why is my phone dying so fast?
Make this into an image. Check your battery life.
My battery life is at 4%.
No, not that.
Oh.
Like your battery life to see where your battery is at, because it could be at serviceable or it could be in good condition. If it's at serviceable, then that explains why it would be dying so much, because I think my iPad battery life is cooked, bro.
I do need a new phone.
Yeah.
I don't need a new phone, but I'm due for a new phone.
You could use new phones. It's about that time. Certain apps just drain your shit hella quickly. TikTok and TikTok used to doesn't drain my shit as much anymore. But Discord used to drain my shit so fast, bro. That shit used to make me mad. I used to keep on switching phones. Sometimes I wouldn't pay attention, and mid-conversation, my shit would just die. And I no longer hear the voices in my head. You guys.
Anyway. Let's see. There we go. That's a little bit better.
But I think all my fucking shit's battery life is fucked, bro. I changed my computer's battery maybe like a year ago, maybe 2. You know, I'm not good with time.
No. Nobody that I've met on the internet is good with time. They're like, oh, I've known you for 2 years. And I'm like, I've literally only been on TikTok for a year. Now it's been almost 2 years. But
I'd be saying,
this was like,
that's what it be feeling like, though.
Literally last summer, like, people would be like, oh, yeah, like, I've known Hannah for 2 years. And it's like, I haven't even been on this app for a year. So you're full of shit.
Bro, a year be feeling like 2 sometimes. But 6 months be feeling like a year. I'm not gonna lie, bro. When you know somebody,
I think, honestly, though, I think it's like my little, like, flavor of tism is like time.
Maybe it's just numbers.
I just have like a weird thing when it comes to, well, yeah, probably numbers. But like a timeline or a time period, like I could pretty much break down a lot of shit. But whatever.
I feel that. But I do be feeling like a 2-year time frame, bro.
You know what feels like it's been taking 2 years?
What?
This thing. My fucking fingernail.
It still hurt?
Yeah. This bitch is still purple. There's nothing to take care of. I gotta wait for it to grow out.
Oh. I thought that.
And the bruise, it was like purple and bruised all the way like down here. Which you could probably see in the first episode that I like showed this thing. But as you can see, the purple has almost extended into my entire like nail here now. So I think we're almost there. We'll see. Maybe the next episode. I see like a little baby nail growing in at the bottom here. So fingers crossed, Hannah's fingernail isn't fucking purple. Someone I know told me to just paint all my nails black to like make this one blend in, but
Not a big fan of black nail polish.
not in the summer.
You're gonna wait till like October.
No, this will probably be gone by then.
You think so?
Yeah.
We'll see. Put your bets in the chat. Do you guys think this finger will be healed by October?
Yeah, how long do you think it's gonna take for this thing to be gone?
December.
It's gross, dude. But like where this white spot is right here, that's like where it started down here. Like in my nail bed. It's
Yeah, I
gross.
remember I was moving the
This one's
couch for
broken.
somebody.
No, I'm not flipping you guys off, but like this finger's broken. That's
Like
why it's all
legit.
crooked. Yeah, it was.
I think
And now it's all healed funky. And
yeah, I
still
got
hurts.
this finger that's like bended. Like it's just
Ooh.
yeah. 'Cause I used to play
What?
football a lot when I was younger, and I sucked at catching. Because instead of like catching like this, I would like I just wouldn't have. I didn't have like good reflex when I was younger, so it
You
would
jammed
hit
the
me.
fuck out of your finger and broke
Yeah,
it.
every time I sucked at catching. But then I got better at it as I got older. But by the time that happened, fucking, this is my finger.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
fuck.
none of my fingers besides this one is all fucked up now. The fingernail is only ugly on this. The finger itself I don't think is ugly.
Shout out to the injuries that we take on a daily basis, man.
They're both from work. Both of these fingers were from my job.
Work injuries.
I sprained my ankle at work like almost 3 years
Might
ago
be
now.
clumsy, man.
Might be.
Tall people are kind of clumsy sometimes.
I don't know.
I know.
I think I'm coordinated, but whatever.
Bro, you have 3 work injuries.
Last episode. No, only one of them was a recordable injury. The ankle was a recordable injury. This one should have been a recordable injury. But anyway. I forgot to tell you guys, because we haven't filmed an episode since. The tea app. I was telling you guys about my cousin and his little tea situation. So last you knew, like, my cousin's little girlfriend apparently found or saw him on this tea app. There was a lot of shit that happened. Honestly, I don't even remember what I said the last time, or what, honestly, I can't even remember half the shit that happened. But this bitch,
we were speculating
this one
that
bitch,
she was the one doing
no.
it. That's why I speculated.
No. So the one bitch is like obsessed with him. And was posting him on the T app. Actually, we don't know if it was her on the T app, but she posted him like a million times in like the Are We Dating the Same Whatever group. 2 different groups for the area that they lived in. She posted it like a million, like too many times, trying to like get my cousin and this girl to like break up. So my cousin finally told this girl, he was like, we're way too old to be doing this shit. He said, I'm not cheating on you, and if you don't believe me, like, we're done. He's like, we can't keep doing this back and forth bullshit of you believing, like, not, like, stuff that you have no proof of. And, he said, this is the last straw. He missed 2 work meetings. Like, he's got an important job, right? He missed 2 work meetings the one day because of this shit, because the girl called, his girlfriend called him crying about it. So, he was like, block this girl, get off those pages, and then we're good. And they did. So, now everything's good. For now.
This is some high school shit, though, for real.
Right. I told him, I said, we're too old to be doing this shit. Like, we're almost 30. Like, we should not be dealing with this fucking bullshit. This is shit that you want to deal with when you're like early 20s. Like, you're fucking around with like a million people, whatever. But, ugh.
Shout out to the cheaters.
If you're like hanging, if you're putting all your time and effort and energy into this girl, and she doesn't see that, then like maybe you should just be single.
Yeah, that's a. People want to get cheated on so bad. I swear to God, sometimes people want these things to be true, bro. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that's the case for her, but it's like the efforts that people go out to find out if someone's cheating is like, bro,
Yeah.
stop, bro. Like me personally, I don't like even searching for shit, bro. Cause I'ma find something, bro. Every time I'ma find something. Because I was looking for it, and when you're looking for something, you're bound to find it. That's just what happens
Oh
with
yeah,
shit like
for
that, bro.
sure. So
Just don't do it.
since we're on the topic of, I guess, dating, cheating,
Yeah.
um, would you ever be able to date somebody who has the same name as like your mom or like your sister or whatever? Like, or if they had the same, or if like if you had like the streak of dating bitches with the same name, like if you've dated like 5 Jessicas, could you date another Jessica?
Oh, I could probably date another one, like another of my ex's names. Yeah, I think I could do that.
Yeah,
But family names, no,
because like
no. Immediate family, especially, no.
oh yeah, no, I don't know. Like, I feel like it would be weird, for
I would
sure. To
really
like,
have to want this person for that shit to work out. Like,
yeah,
really.
like, I mean, both my brothers have kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, they have like ugly names.
A little bit. A little bit.
So I don't know if I could even date somebody with those names anyway. If I don't know if I could ever bring somebody home that has the same name as my dad. I think that would be weird. They would have to
Nah,
be
you can't
like,
bring them home.
they would have to be, here's the thing. If for them to have my dad's name or either of my brother's names, they would have to be like the best person to ever exist in this world.
I agree.
Absolutely no flaws, nothing wrong with them. That would be the only way. I feel like dating somebody with an ex's name is a little different.
Yeah. I can forget about an ex.
I don't know.
Now, here comes a different comment. Can you date, let's say you have a first love. Not everybody has a first love, but let's say you have a first love. Could you date that same name? Personally, I probably would say no.
I don't know. I feel like certain names are just so popular, like you're going to run into them again.
Yeah.
If you had, like, how many people do you know named Sway, right?
Yeah. Like, not a lot.
If you, it's like, say my first love's name is Sway, why would I seek another Sway, right?
Yeah.
You're probably not going to find another person named Sway, most likely, right? But like a David, a Matthew, a Michael, a John, like
Yeah. So common.
like I have an ex whose name is Vincent, and like the area that I live in, it's all little fucking Italian families. There's gonna be another Vincent.
Little Vinny.
Right. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it, man.
Speaking of exes, found out that my ex is engaged
To that girl?
to that girl.
Oh. They actually worked out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't say worked out, but they, they're,
So okay.
That's
So
crazy.
to give you guys a little lore, right? My ex and I dated for pretty much 6 years. We broke up the end of 2023. And then almost exactly a year to date, he started dating this girl that I've been friends with for over 10 years. I've known her since I was a junior in high school. Started dating her. And like him and I and her boyfriend at the time had all hung out together. Like we all knew each other, hung out together, whatever. And I wasn't mad about it. I just thought it was kind of fucking weird because, like, doesn't matter if you're male or female. Like, bro code is bro code, and you don't date your friend's exes.
You shouldn't, but it happens.
If it was like 5 years from now, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, it was a year.
Right? A year, and God only knows what they were actually doing before that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And one thing that I told my ex was like, hey, one thing Like, we're still friends. I still consider my ex my friend. We didn't have a bad breakup, very amicable, blah, 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 whatever. I told him, I said, one thing that's going to piss me the fuck off is if you date somebody for a short period of time and then get engaged. They were dating for a year and got engaged. And not only did they get engaged, they got engaged 3 days before my birthday. And he proposed to her at a place where my family goes to vacation every single year, almost. Almost every single year. He has been on vacation with me to those places. At
There's
least
2
3
sides
times
of
in the
this.
6 years that we were together.
There's a side of this
And
for him that is like very rom-com like, and for you, very comedy like.
and okay, guys, I'm just gonna do a little rant here about this shit because the
Go
shit
ahead.
is crazy. So they've been together for a year. They've been on multiple trips together. Like they went to Disney like this past week. They went to New Hampshire. That's where they got engaged. They were in Louisiana not that long ago. They went to Las Vegas when they first started dating, and they went somewhere else. They've been on a couple of trips out of state, like to local states around us. And like, not only did you spend all those money on these trips and flights to get there, he dropped at least 10K on this ring. This ring has at least a 2 or 3 carat diamond in the middle. The thing is massive. I told him when we were talking about getting rings, because I was going to be engaged by the end of 2023, according to him and my parents. I told him that I would kill him if he spent any more than $3,000 on a ring. Kill him. Don't spend money on that shit.
Nah,
And he goes
money
and
on
drops
shit.
like he goes and drops 15K on a fucking ring.
Listen, bro. You know, your life is a comedy movie. Almost took you 6
but yeah,
years. Took her a year.
yeah. So I was on a phone call with one of my friends that I met through him. Like, I still consider his friends my friends. Honestly, they're probably more my friends than they are his friends at this point, because apparently they don't see him because of her. Ugh, tea drop. Anyway. I was talking to him the other day, because he told me that he's got the big C. Crazy. So I was like, we were catching up, having a little
Chlamydia?
conversation. No, cancer!
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah, he told me that he's got
Bro.
chlamydia. No, he told me that he's got cancer. Anyway, we
That
were having
is
a
the
little
big
catch
C.
up
Now
sesh.
that you say that, that is the big C. All right, you got
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, we were having a little catch up at like 7 o'clock in the morning before he had his
What's wrong with
treatment.
you?
I was up, I just got home from work, whatever. And so you don't see me wear hats currently at the moment, right? Not until we get to winter, you'll see my beanies. Love a good beanie. But I do have a couple Bass Pro hats, right? I just went to Bass Pro because a brand new one just opened up here, the only one in the area. So I was like, you know what? I'll buy a new Bass Pro hat. This asshole says to me, because we were talking about all of our friends in general, all the people that we really haven't talked too much, blah blah blah. He says to me, we're gonna call him. He's got a basic name. We'll just say Nick. Nick says to me, he goes, yeah. He goes, she got a 15 carat, or not 15 carat. She got a $15,000 ring. What did you get? A new Bass Pro hat. I go, you're a dick. Anyway.
Shout out to the hats, though, man. Good hats.
Anyway, guys, that's my life at the moment.
I mean,
And for my birthday, right? Last year, after they started canoodling together, my ex and my ex-friend, I guess you could say. Both of them wished me a happy birthday. I got a happy birthday buddy from him, whatever. I sent him happy birthday. And then she sent me happy birthday, GF. This was last year, right? August of last year. I was waiting. this year for the petty happy birthday text from either of them. And I didn't get one. Did not get one. Which
Well,
to me is a little crazy.
it is a little
It's
crazy.
a little crazy. You know who I did get a happy birthday from? Both of his sisters, one of his brother-in-laws, a couple of his cousins. Not him. Not his girlfriend, who used to be my friend before him.
Sometimes I don't gotta explain. This is actually crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah. Honestly, the even crazier part is like she was still dating her boyfriend at the time, and like her and my ex started dating while she was moving out of this man's house. Like there was no break in between for her.
This
She
is
just
a
went from one
very
man to the next.
interesting situation. So many layers to it. So many questions. So many questions.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a
There's a lot to
lot.
unpack with that one. A lot to unpack.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my little life update, guys. What a fucking shit show, right?
Almost took
I
you
don't
6 years. Took her a goddamn year. This is so
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I mean, to be fair though, we were young. I just turned 21 when him and I had started dating. So like
Yeah.
I get it. Like not for the first couple of years, right? And then the time period that you do decide like, okay, I'm going to give her a ring, like we're going to take this to the next step, blah blah blah, and then we break up. Yeah.
Love is a very tricky thing sometimes. I don't know if you'll call this love, but it's very tricky to navigate through the crevices and the wits and sorrows that you go through with love. It's a very
Very
tricky.
philosophical of you, so I thank you.
It's a very tricky thing. You can't really tell what it is.
And the only, the only reason I know all this stuff is like her and I are still friends on social media.
And she posts about it and stuff like that.
And she posts about it, yeah. Like she just posted this past weekend while they were in fucking Disney. Meanwhile, him and I never went on any trips like that. We never flew anywhere together.
I was gonna
Yeah,
ask
we never. In the 6 years that we were together, we never flew anywhere together. We drove down to North Carolina to visit family and like go to a wedding. We drove to Ocean City, Maryland. We drove to New Jersey. We drove to New Hampshire. We drove, right? Vermont, that kind of stuff. We never flew anywhere. Never went anywhere big like that. And they've done all that shit in a year. But where are they getting the money? Right? You're dropping $10K at least on a ring. You're dropping at least $1,000 like on all these trips. He pays. Look at my nails, right? I never have my nails done. He pays for her to get her nails done like every 2 weeks to a month. Buys her flowers like once a month. Like, I don't know. Where's all the money coming from? Meanwhile, the siding is peeling off of his house. I live 4 blocks away. From him. The siding is peeling off of his house. And the year before we broke up, we both had COVID, right? And we decided that it would be a good idea to like do a little house renovation. We were ripping up the flooring. We were like, yeah, we'll rip up this old shit that not even that it was old. It just didn't look right, didn't fit the vibes of like the area. So we were going to put down like that like new snap-in flooring that matched like the vibe. Never did that. Right? The whole year that I continued to live there never got put down because there was some other issue with the floor that still never got fixed. Do I think that it's fixed by now? Probably not.
Who knows? It's like you said. Where is the money coming from?
We painted the bathroom because it was like some ugly like brown color.
Do you think she's paying for everything?
No. I think so he makes decent money for what he does, right?
Yeah.
And like she makes decent money probably doing what she does too, but I think her and I comparably make the same amount of money. And she always has to have like she was a broke ass college student and she got like a brand new car with a fucking $500 a month car payment when we were in college. Why would you do that if you don't have any fucking money? Right? Like she always has to have like new shit. Whatever. I've known this girl for like our entire adulthood. I don't know. Whatever. Fucking whatever. Where was I going with this? What were we talking about?
Money about like I don't know
Oh
where you're
yeah,
getting
yeah,
this
yeah.
money
So
from.
like the fucking floor is probably all still ripped up. We painted the bathroom. It fucking rained. We got rain in our ceiling and it bubbled up the paint that we had just freshly painted. Do I think that's fixed? Probably not. The
Yeah, I
one
don't
thing that
know,
he did
man.
do after I had moved out, was he painted the bedroom and decorated what used to be like, because our house was old, it was small, there really wasn't much closet space, so there was 3 rooms. One of the rooms was mine, and that's where my dresser was, and my, like, it was basically like a glorified closet. Like all my a lot of my like personal stuff was in there, whatever, because our bedroom was kind of small. He redecorated that room as like a reading library, whatever room. Don't know what it is now. God only knows. Right? He did finally get a dining room table after I took that. Got a new couch. But it took him a while. Took him almost a year and a half.
I
And the
mean,
porch is brand new. The front porch that's on the house is brand new because that was being built as I was leaving. Siding still peeling off the house. There's a big chunk missing. Big chunk missing. And the roof is an old slate roof and probably needs to be updated by now because it was fucking leaking when I was there. Why are you making that face?
nah, just heard something.
Yeah, sorry guys, I just had to rant. It's been a long day. uh, but
You know,
honestly, like,
sometimes why you gotta get on your hand.
do I hope good things? Do I wish good things for them? Yes, obviously. Like, before everything, my ex is still my friend. She is still my friend, or was, whatever you want to say.
You a better
I
person
still,
than me.
I hope.
Jesus.
No. I don't. Do I think it's gonna work out? No. Do I hope it works out? Yes.
Yeah, but in this stage of it, if I was you, nah. I'm not that graceful, like, at this stage. I'm graceful maybe down the road for sure, but right now, I'm hating. Niggas know I be hating, bro. Super duper
Yeah.
hating.
No. Well, like I said, am I mad about it? No, I think it's weird. I think it's weird that, like, literally, bro code, girl code, you don't date your friend's exes. Because I think about, like, how he would feel if I did that to him. He'd be
Yeah.
pissed. Pissed. I probably would be dead. Like, I don't know.
I'll be dead.
I'd
Oh,
probably be
shit.
dead.
Shout out, man. I never dated one of my homies' exes purposely.
Yeah.
No, I never did that.
Well,
I never
like
did.
I said, if it was like a couple years from now, like if this was 5 years, if it was 5 years after him and I had broken up, sure, go ahead, knock yourself out.
I try to
But
stay
like,
away from
first of
that
all,
shit.
she hopped from one man to another. I'm not slut shaming. Whatever.
You know? Shout out to her, man. I mean, it worked out for her for now.
Yeah. I mean, I got some inside tea on the situation from a mutual friend, but we don't necessarily need to talk about that. I feel like I've
Got some
talked about it long
insider.
enough at this point.
You did, yeah.
I
You have,
I've
yeah.
talked about it definitely enough. At least for the past 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Half hour. Like, we don't need to talk about it anymore. But I did get some inside information with a little bit
Shit.
of tea. Like, I know some stuff.
Yeah, I'll be pissed.
But
I'll be.
it is what it is.
They would never hear the end. I'll make a video on this shit.
They live 4 blocks away from me. They
Yeah,
don't live far from me. His sister lives 2 houses down from me. If that
yeah, I
doesn't
would have.
scream small
You
town, if
must
that
have
doesn't
been
scream small
crazy.
town, I don't know what does.
They would have got a video out of it. Shit. I swear to God, this would have been on TikTok the next.
Well,
The
so he
next
told
day.
me. Oh my god, I'm falling. He had told me, right? He was like, yeah, I'm seeing somebody, you know them, right? Okay, cool. Like, we're from neighboring cities, and we're the same age. So, like, the chances of me knowing somebody from either school is plausible. And, he goes, yeah, you know them. So I was like, okay, I probably graduated high school with them, whatever. I didn't think I was gonna know them that well, right? Whatever. Weird behavior.
Now I'm thinking, like, if I'm him, am I being disgraceful and being like, listen, I am dating one of your friends? Maybe I probably would say that just for to be honorable. But in the same breath, like that's never gonna be taken well, especially immediately. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Yeah.
But people just do different shit. Anyways, let's just.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't talked to him since like April. Since he hasn't been on my phone bill anymore. Shit. Anyway, we got a couple other topics to talk about besides this bullshit. I don't know
Yeah,
which one you
shout
want to
out.
choose, but
Salute to the lovers out there, man. Regardless how you get it, might
don't
not
date
agree
your
with it
friends' exes.
immediately.
And if you're an ex, don't date your ex's friends. Weird.
Immediately.
Yeah. Well, like I
Wait a
said,
little
5
bit
years from now.
time.
5 years from now, I wouldn't care. Cool,
Yeah,
knock
like
yourself out.
have some
Again.
grace.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah.
We have a list of podcast notes sitting in front of us, and we don't know what half the shit means because Sway doesn't know
Yeah, I
what he's
have
talking about.
something that says Tumblr on it.
Tumblr, why?
Now, did I ever use Tumblr? Yes and no. I did not use it for the way it was intended. Let's just let's start there, right?
Freaky
Tumblr had a
frog.
lot of very artsy girls on it, right? And
Yeah.
I was gonna say back
Freak.
then I was into artsy girls. I'm still kind of into artsy girls. I like the artsy fartsy girls. They're cool. They're cool to me. But back then, that's what that was for. At least to me, those for like the
No, don't lie. You were using it to look up some fucking weird porn or some shit.
not weird
They
porn,
don't
just
allow
some nude.
nudes on Tumblr anymore.
I was gonna say that's what I was using it for. Because they had
Yeah,
some.
I know.
That
I never
was
used
elite sauce
Tumblr.
back in the day. Tumblr had some elites back in the day. Shout out to Tumblr.
Yeah, I was
Good
never a Tumblr girl. I did have a lot of my friends in high school were Tumblr girlies.
Mm-hmm.
I never got into it. I didn't have a cell phone until I was a senior in high school, so like didn't have a laptop. What am I gonna do? Look at Tumblr on my family computer back when that was a thing?
Oh, let me tell you about the family computer.
No.
I was using the family computer.
The family computer was in my parents' bedroom.
Family computer was in my living room.
Yeah, the family computer was in my parents' bedroom.
A few times I almost got caught on the family computer. A few times I almost got caught in the action on the family computer.
Yeah,
but
and my mom or my dad, and my dad had their own like TV in there, their own like little sofa, whatever in there. So like, they would most of the time they're chilling right behind us. What am I gonna do? Can't really do anything. I spent most of my time on Facebook, YouTube, whatever.
I never liked using the computer. Well, I mean, I guess I don't watch YouTube, but I never like going on like social media on the computer when there's like people behind me. I still don't like that shit. It's just
my parents checked all my social media that I had. Like, I had no privacy as a kid.
Once I had my
As a young,
phone, it was
as
like
a young
over.
adult, as a teenager, whatever, I didn't have any privacy. They would go through my shit. Um, but yeah, I was never a Tumblr girl.
Yeah.
Even
Shout
now,
out
like,
to some.
I have no idea what the fuck Tumblr is even used for now.
Okay, so on TikTok, right there was this conversation of like there was a discussion about the four major cities in America, right? So the ones that you get out the way is New York and LA. Those are like the pillars of like, I guess you could say everything, right? In terms of fashion, trending shit, and where people want to live or where people want to go. But the other two were debatable. Some people were saying Atlanta, some people were saying Florida, some people were saying Texas. Somebody even threw out Philadelphia in there, which is pretty interesting. I think historically Philadelphia for sure, because a lot of historic stuff has happened in Philadelphia. But
I would definitely say, like, I think Houston,
Houston, yeah, I guess you could say, yeah,
Texas. Houston, Texas. I
yeah.
think, in my opinion. I
I
don't
think you would
know.
have to throw
Like,
that in there, but like I don't know because it could go either. I see a case for Atlanta. I think Florida not like I'm kind of throwing
I
Florida out
think
there because I don't like it. I don't
I
know
think you almost need more context to categorize it.
in terms of
Because,
like
like, you
what.
could, well, because, like you said, you could see Philadelphia historically.
Yeah,
Like, historically, Philadelphia has a lot of things that have happened, but if you want to go based off of that, then so doesn't a lot of New
yeah,
England area. Um,
that is true.
musically, you could do Atlanta
Yeah, Atlanta
or
has
even Nashville.
a lot of shit.
Um,
Yeah, I guess you do have to categorize it because you can't just like generalize and be like, "What's the four major cities in America?" Because
as for like a place for people that like people want to live, obviously New York. For whatever reason, people like New York City. I don't fucking get it. Everything's
I can't
super
tell you
fucking
why.
expensive.
I
I
can't tell
was
you why people
literally
like it.
I don't, yeah. Sway lives in New York City. I live upstate, whatever. People always assume that because I say that I'm from New York, that they assume that everything up here is just as expensive as it is in the city, and it's not. So I literally just saw TikToks this morning as I'm waiting for this fucking podcast that we're filming. And this girl was talking about how she was, um, like subleasing an apartment down in Times Square. And first of all, terrible place to live.
Yeah,
I would never like
I
New
don't
York
even
City.
anybody that lives down there.
New York City is busy enough as it is, right? You're going to move to an apartment where you sleep to probably the busiest part of New York City.
Part, yeah,
There's
literally the
never not
busiest.
there is never not something happening in Times Square. Anyway, besides the point, she was subleasing that apartment with two other roommates, right? And because she had a bigger room, she said that she was paying more. She was paying $1,700 for one room, just a room, with two other people living with her. Now, her having a bigger room, that means that the other rooms were a little bit smaller. Obviously, we'll say that they were maybe 1,500, paying 1,500. That's still almost $5,000
Yeah.
for a
Just to
three-bedroom
maybe make
apartment.
your way by, and mind you, we're not even talking about like living. We're just talking about we're talking about living, but we're not talking about like other expenses that comes
That's
with
just
living in that
rent,
city.
right? That's just rent. That's not including groceries. That's not including Wi-Fi, or God only knows if it includes heat and whatever.
Yeah, water and all that
Like,
shit.
that's absolutely crazy. There's another TikToker that I've followed for like a couple years now, and he always does um like apartment whatever's tours on TikTok. Talks about how expensive they are and all that kind of shit, and they have the worst layouts. First of all the apartments down in the city, the old apartments, like the old buildings that literally just get the fucking landlord special and slap a coat of paint on it and you're done. They have the worst layouts. Like, you go to open the fucking, if you're lucky enough to have a dishwasher, you go to open the dishwasher doesn't open all the way because there's only this much space between the fucking countertop behind you. Like, Sway's over there contemplating his fucking, oh no, he's talking to somebody, never mind. But, like, they have the worst layouts. Up here, if you feel like, living 3 hours more north, you can get like a decent apartment for by yourself, a whole apartment, not just a room, for probably $1,200. You can move into a decent apartment complex for that much, right? I don't know. I don't understand the obsession with the city. I guess if you are a busybody and a social butterfly,
Yeah.
then like. But if you like to be at home and not do anything and you just like to be by yourself, there's no need to live in New York City.
Yeah, I think people just go there because even like the people that do move here, they're not even like you said, social butterflies. They're not people that's going
if
out
you're
to
if you're
parties,
going there for a
clubbing, or
job, if you're down there to be like a fashion designer, a model, or whatever, like obviously it makes sense because there's a lot of big names down there like that. But I think living wise, obviously New York City and LA make the most sense. I think after that it would be Miami. But I really don't know where the fourth one would be.
the fourth one is just you might have to combine the few because they're kind of all tied for that spot because you can't they're like not one of them outweighs the other. 'Cause I think like 1A and
That's why I
1B
said like
would probably be New York and LA.
maybe like the DFW area in Texas, like Dallas Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that like central to East Texas spot would probably be like major city number 4 because I feel like a lot of people are moving there. People always like going to Miami.
People moved to Texas like a hell of a lot since like 2016, 17.
Yeah.
Because even
Yeah,
some
so
girl I
I
knew,
think
she moved there for college. She moved. Well, I don't know if it was for college, but she moved there for something. And it was around 2016. That's when I seen a lot of people moving to like Austin and shit like that. I was like, okay, that must be
yeah,
like the hot spot right now.
yeah. A couple of our friends moved to Texas too from upstate New York. Crazy. They hate it. They said it's way too fucking hot.
The place that people
Um,
move a lot to is Texas, Atlanta, and obviously Florida. Those are
well,
the
yeah, no,
major
but
parts of
I'm
people.
saying I feel like you always hear about people like wanting to go to Miami, whether it's to move or vacation. Same
Yeah.
thing with Texas. Like people are always either moving there or vacationing there, and then same thing with like everybody loves being a little fucking New York tourist. Don't know why. Again, in my opinion, I'm not. I
I
am an
tell people
avid.
if you
I'm an
come to the
avid
city
New
for
York
3 days, you're gonna
hater.
hate it.
I'm an avid New York City hater. I went there last summer for a day, after I hadn't been there in probably 10 years, maybe more. I went there for a day, hated it. It
Yes, it's
smells
not good.
like
That's what I say.
piss.
The city has a stench to it. If you go in the city, it's
Yeah,
going to have a
it's not
stench to it.
enjoyable.
It's
Unless you
not.
have like a whole itinerary planned out to like, oh, well, at this time we're gonna go like on a Statue of Liberty tour. Oh, at this time we're going to Times Square and we're gonna hit all
Yeah.
these stores in the Times Square area. Unless you are perfectly organized and can do all that stuff in those, in like 2 or 3 days, don't go. It's not great.
Some
The amount
cities
of
are
people I
walkable
saw.
cities, and I think like New York is a walkable city, but the only reason why it's unwalkable is because the amount of people that's there. It just makes it
Yeah.
you can't navigate the way you want
Central
to.
Park is great. Central Park was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's massive. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. There's a lot of people for a little tiny and it's not even a tiny park, but there's a lot of people for a park in such a large, city, whatever.
Yeah.
That was probably like the best part of my trip was my nice walk through Central Park. The amount
Anywhere
of
you
my
can find like a
dad
little spot, where there's not a lot of people, you're gonna love it because it's just like, okay, this is like a peaceful part of the city.
waiting at the train station, a nightmare.
Yes,
Because we took Amtrak to get down there instead of driving. Because it's the same fucking distance,
Mhm.
time wise, like whatever. So, the fucking Amtrak station was disgustingly packed. It was gross.
I've never took Amtrak before.
My dad hadn't seen the Statue of Liberty because I guess when he went down there as a kid, it was under construction, like they were doing something with it. So we went
That's fun.
to the. Yeah, he said that he went down there. I think he said he was like 18 or something like that. He's now 54. And they were doing some sort of construction, so it was like kind of blocked off. So we went on the little boat ride that kind of drives around it. We didn't go on the island because it was also very packed on there. But the amount of people that were like so excited and happy to take a picture with the Statue of Liberty was fucking crazy to me. It was fucking crazy. Whatever.
That is
But
like,
yeah,
it's one of those things that's like a
I'm an
big attraction
avid
that people
New
just
York
are.
City hater.
Now you
I'm an
gotta be,
avid New
bro.
York
Like I said, like 3 days down here, you're gonna hate it. You might love it when you first get down here because, like, wow, I never seen this before, and it's gonna be like
Well,
such a shock and wow factor.
like I said, if you go down there with friends and you have like an actual event to go to, which I did, but we didn't end up going. We were down there to go watch the LA Sparks play New York Liberty.
Yellow.
Because Cameron was on the team at the time. Cameron Brink on the LA Sparks is like a distant cousin of mine. My dad really wanted to go see a fucking game. So as a Father's Day gift, I was like, "Hey, we'll go down to the game." Literally like 2 days before the game, she fucking tears her ACL. So like my dad was like,
Poor
"I don't really
Cameron.
want to."
She just came back too. Shout out to Cameron Brinks,
She
man.
did.
She really
She
does.
did. But yeah, so my dad was like, "I really only wanted to go see Cameron play. So I don't really want to go." I was like, "Okay, well then we can just do like a whole day in the city," which we did, and it just wasn't that good. So unless you're down there for an event that's like a concert or whatever, and like I said, if you have an itinerary planned, like, oh, I want to go to this place to get this type of sandwich, and this place to get this ice cream, and this place to get this breakfast bagel, whatever, you got to have all that shit planned. And you got to be prepared to spend the time to either take the subway, or you have to have the money to take an Uber and then the time to go through the traffic.
Or you just thug it out and walk that shit, but that's
I
it's
mean,
gonna take your whole day.
that day that I walked, I think I had like 25,000 steps.
Yeah.
Because we were not only, I mean, we took 2 Ubers just because it was going to be way too long of a walk. So I paid for an Uber to get to, I think, where we went to for the Statue of Liberty tour. We Ubered there. It was like a 10-minute Uber, or it was going to be like an hour walk. So we'll take the Uber. But yeah, I think
Foolish.
Yeah, 4 major cities. Fuck New York City. LA. Also probably fuck LA, honestly.
That's just like I will say, a prettier New York. Probably looks better, but probably feels better too. To be honest, probably doesn't. No, it probably still stinks. I would imagine it still
Probably
stinks.
still. I think any major city stinks.
Yeah,
Any
the
like
thing
big
about
city
why New York is
like that.
so fucking unique is because of the garbage, bro. They don't. Well, not say they don't. We do not have like how every other city has like a dumpster or whatever. No, garbage just on the street. If I threw garbage out this morning, and that's where I had to put it. There's nowhere else like they let you put it, because when the garbage people come, that's where you have to put the garbage because they don't go into like the little basements that they have there. They're not gonna go down there and take it. No, they just take it from the street. It makes more sense for it, but it's like it's a bad thing, bro. It's horrible. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You ever go to New York City, don't wear open-toed shoes.
No, do not.
Make sure you're wearing some form of a closed-toed shoe because you don't know what mystery liquids you're stepping in.
Literally,
Could be garbage juice, could be piss.
Usually it's
Like,
a mixture
either way,
of
it's
both.
not good.
Yeah.
Either way, it's not good. So just wear closed-toed shoes. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like again, any place could be enjoyable if you had the right people there with you, if you had the right things planned out. But I don't know. But yeah, if I had to assume what the other two major cities would be, I would say probably Miami and somewhere in like Texas, whether it's Houston, Dallas, whatever.
Yeah, I would say
Just because
it's somewhere in the
that's a
south
very
for sure.
up and coming
Somewhere.
area. Yeah, it's a very up and coming area at the moment. And Miami, just because like that's just I've never been to Miami, but I'm not saying I wouldn't go. But I don't think there's really any other place that I've heard people like wanting to go to, move to, vacation in.
They're
That
trying
kind
to
of
make
stuff.
Tennessee that a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, maybe. My mom was
You're making
just
that more touristy.
yeah, my mom was just in Nashville, but yeah, like I said, if you had to break it down into certain categories, like musically, 4 major cities, New York. Honestly, I'm gonna have to throw fucking New Orleans in there. Do you know how there's a lot of like famous
No, yeah.
rappers
There's a lot of
and
people that come out of
singers?
there, to be honest.
Yeah, like New Orleans, Lafayette, Louisiana in general, that kind of shit. I'm gonna have to throw Texas back in there too.
Yeah, Texas has a
Yeah.
lot of legendary music people too.
Yeah, and then you got Atlanta and Chicago. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say Chicago, but you also could do Tennessee for that too.
Yeah.
Isn't Tennessee like the music city?
Yeah. Yeah, you have Nashville. Yeah. Nashville's got all the fucking country-themed bars with all the different whatever. You name a popular country artist. You name a popular country artist, they got their own fucking bar in Tennessee, in Nashville.
That was kind of fire. I would love that.
But, yeah.
Shout out to the 4 cities, man. If your city didn't make the list, then it is what it is, man. Your city probably sucks. It's just
Let's say that.
Yeah, your city probably does suck, but it's fine that your city sucks. Your piece of shit city. Listen, my city sucks in its own ways too, so it's like it's all right.
Yeah, I literally just sat here and talked shit about New York City for the past 20 minutes.
I lived here all my life, and I know how bad it is. And I would have probably rather live in your city than my city. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll probably.
Yeah, I'm not saying upstate New York is better.
Yeah,
but a little bit.
I'd rather live in Kentucky or Iowa or one of those shitty states. Idaho, even.
Crazy.
People will tell you.
I'm still looking at this fucking list. What the fuck does "Who Got Aura" mean?
I don't know. I can't remember.
We'll figure out who has aura for the next episode, guys.
Yeah, I gotta really reevaluate what I was writing down because I don't even know who got aura means.
Yeah, I don't know what. Who got
you know what's crazy? I was very early on aura because I remember in 2022 to 2023 when I was talking to this girl, right, and I was telling her about aura, right. And she didn't understand. So she understood it, but she didn't think aura meant what I was saying. She's like, no, aura is just your glow and And I was explaining to her like, you have an aura level, and she wasn't getting that. And in 2024, she comes to me saying like, you know what, you was very early on aura, and I was very early on aura. Because I know things that's gonna pop off at certain times. Like aura, bro, you just gotta know if you have it or not, or have it or don't really. Some people got it, some people don't. You think you got aura?
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
I don't think I have aura, but like I said, for the next episode, we'll figure out who does have aura.
Do you think you're washed?
What does that even mean?
Like washed?
Yeah, like, what does that mean?
Like you fell off?
Oh, yeah, probably. I don't know. I feel like I'm just trying to, like, survive at this
Or
point.
do you think you never
I
had?
don't have any, like, anything, like, going for me at the moment. I'm just trying
Yeah, I
to
feel you.
survive and make it through life, and, you know, whatever.
Yeah, some people will tell me I have aura. I'm pretty sure there's someone out there who tell me I have aura, and some people tell me I don't. I don't. I don't know. I think I'm me, man. I think I'm true to myself, true to me. It's kind of more of like a catch up episode, kind of getting everything out the way. And next week we will be having, I guess, more big
Hopefully
topics.
having a guest.
And yeah, maybe having a guest, maybe not. Who knows? You know, people are busy. We can't really control what people do. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Hopefully.
But until next week, bye.
Bye.